The Pashtun Gulf Wars were an early test of the British Raj and its versatile but slowly modernizing war machine. Historical accounts of battles spanning the deserts of Arabia tell an interesting tale of musketeers fumbling with their gunpowder as regiments of ages gone by ran circles around them on horseback, fighting still with bow and arrow. Historian Ibn Bibi said, "The Farsi knights, cataphracts clad in heavy armor, were once the kings of the battlefield, our pride and joy. But before the bent knee of the musketeer and the cracking of rifle fire, their time had clearly come to an end." Though there were losses on both sides in the early phases of the war, it was clear that the Persians would soon come to regret their haste in declaring it, no matter how justified it had been. The mixed regiments of the British Raj, recruited from far reaches of the empire, were a powerful force to be reckoned with, and as the frontier was ablaze under the constant threat of Persian aggression, the homeland itself was safe, able to bring more soldiers to the front, develop more methods of war, and even infrastructure. The Greek betrayal had made the British Raj an isolationist nation, and in that betrayal, the British found strength. The subcontinent had become a veritable modern-day fortress, one of many that the British would soon exert their control over. An extract from The Rise of Nations by PartyElite. Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome you back to our Humankind Forging India miniseries. As always, I am thoroughly excited to see exactly where our story takes us next. We have seen some great successes against the Persians to the west, and pretty soon I think we're going to start seeing some additional successes against the, former Persians to the east, I suppose. The Ottomans will soon be crushed over here. We might actually declare a fresh war today, folks. If not today, the next session almost certainly, because I feel like our successes in the west have got some great momentum. We're actually going to keep pushing over here. As you can see, the Mongol hordes over here are able to most likely, almost certainly, destroy the Gothic cavalry over here, and perhaps even this one unit of musketeers down over here. And if we do that, if all goes well, we should gain another Mongol horde here, which in turn will upgrade into a dragoon. Again, I'm fairly certain that that's the upgrade path for the Mongol horde, as per your suggestions in the comments of previous episodes. So I just want to maximize the number of Mongol hordes we actually have in this stack before that era comes and that the time for that upgrade actually happens. So yeah, we'll be diving into the Gothic cavalry, we'll be diving into these musketeers, and that will gain us not just a victory against the Goths over here, but also against, perhaps more importantly, their masters, the Persians, who are already losing a fair bit of war support. We're already at that 100 mark, so victory is almost certain over here unless the Persians have some surprises waiting for us, which is why I say, the war against the Ottomans might be this session, it might be next session, but it's right around the corner. And the reason why I want it to happen sooner rather than later is because I realize that our expansion into the Americas really needs some... I don't even, how dare you? Wow. This is why I like not looking around the map before recording a new session or anything. I like to kind of go in and be prepared for whatever surprises might be awaiting me, whatever I might have missed. And this I most certainly missed. Now, I think it's quite, I guess, poetic, you could say, that it is in fact the Haudenosaunee that have been the first to establish themselves in North America with a full-fledged city. But as much as I like that, I hate the fact that it wasn't me. I should have pulled the trigger earlier. I should have just pulled the trigger when we made landfall over here and had that claim. Now, with that said, though, I don't think, if we take a look at the competitive deeds, I don't think there was one for establishing the first city or anything like that. So I don't think we need to be particularly upset about what just happened there. You can see Terra Incognita is still completely unclaimed by anybody, so I guess this is just not an option on this map, which, I mean, that's fine. I'm not, it's 300 fame that's just left on the table, I guess. But either way, it's not the end of the world. In fact, this works to our benefit, because I was just about to say I want to free this 6-stack up, especially, perhaps this 2-stack as well, but especially the 6-stack up, to go and shut down the Mississippians who were harassing us. In fact, the Mississippians came through and burnt down our colony, or outpost down over here, I should call it, outpost. So that was very aggressive of them. They jumped quite a few provinces to do that. So I needed to make sure that I would shut them down, and so I wanted to free up those soldiers to bring them over here for our full-fledged colonization of the Americas. But it seems that oh geez, you know, actually I might need them more now than before. Anyway, these guys will have to declare a full-fledged war against us if they want to take one of our cities, which means it is now safe to deploy these settlers closer to Cahokia than it was previously. Man, I'm completely thrown off by this turn of events. This was a twist. This is a golden age of Shyamalan level of twist over here. What the hell? Okay, so it looks like we want to pull back over here to establish cities potentially. Is this really a barren province? We got coal down here, we got oil up there, and then this has nothing? No way. Surely there's something waiting for us deep in here? Oh god. I saw the grade come up and I was like, oh no, these guys are gonna get murdered. There's seriously nothing over here, eh? Part of me just feels like in a rush to just take it, and then we could establish some outposts up over here and down over here, especially down over here. Take this coal before the Haudenosaunee are able to, right? And then down over here, in fact, I'm kind of tempted to bring these guys back up over here to take this back for ourselves. You know, try and take maybe try and secure at least half of North America. Oh, geez. Got silver down over here. We got some salt down over here. I should have just come in with an army and crushed them before somebody else did. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. How long will it take us to get up here? 11 turns? Are you kidding me? It's like fast to go across the ocean. It's much faster to just go across the ocean. We do have... we could establish a harbor somewhere over here. Make it easier to at least arrive over here. I suppose costs a little bit of influence, not too much. But sure, let's pop you down over here. I wonder if I want to establish a colony. 2 turns it'll take. It's like, do I want to leave it up for grabs? It'll cost 2,000 actually. There's not much of a race going on down over here, so I think I'll want to rush up over here and establish a colony up over here instead. I wonder if I should perhaps claim this territory rather than build a city on it, and then establish our city actually down over here. So we have that coal available right away. We block it off from the Haudenosaunee perhaps. Or does that put us under threat of their aggression? Because they might be stronger here than we are right now, right? Let's undo that order. We'll see when the time comes. But oh my god, okay, that threw me off. I was very ready to instead celebrate the fact that I realized between sessions that these guys don't have to be on such a defensive mode now. We can absolutely trespass and use our under one banner ability as soon as it's ready, which is actually going to be next turn, so that works out perfectly. It was meant to be. We can just waltz on in here and take this administrative center for ourselves, like we did up north over here, I think with Isrin, right? That's how we took Isrin. So we'll do the same down over here and complete our blockade of the Ottomans, and there's nothing to be upset about. Man, the Haudenosaunee completely... Goddamn, cheeky. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I got outplayed there. I love it. Let's very quickly attend to this urgent affair that I kind of left hanging at the end of the previous session. An artifact of war. Fighting far beyond the homeland, your soldiers drew on their deepest reserves of strength to vanquish their opponents. Exhausted afterwards, they rested in a sheltered valley where one of their number made a startling discovery. Nestled in the hillside, long buried, your soldiers came across an ancient holy site within which stood a towering stele inscribed with hundreds of lines of a strange script. Friezes on the surrounding walls depict blasphemous scenes, yet suggest the stele holds valuable knowledge. What is your will? Well, folks, it is time, I think, to build perhaps a museum of foreign artifacts. I think it's only fitting, as I was suggesting last session. So yes, we will be commandeering this stele. The stele will be brought to the capital and the people will rejoice. We will decide its fate once there. Gives us celebrating on Calcutta, for 10 turns. That's extra stability. We don't really need it, but I just think this is the most fitting of options that we have over here compared to letting it rest as is or destroying it. You know, I think destroy, in fact, is like almost like the opposite of what we'd ever do, right? Rest at most, but partly for the memes, partly because I want to see what else might come of it, and partly because I think our scientists would be curious, you know? Our historians and our scientists would want to learn more about this artifact, and so I think commandeering makes sense on many fronts. So let's go ahead and take this back home. Confirm that. Decision made, and before I forget or before it slips my mind, let's go ahead and take care of this Gothic cavalry over here. And again, we'll have support of these reinforcements as well. Even if they retreat over here, we should be able to push in. Oh, come on now, don't retreat that far. God damn it. Well, at least we can push in against these guys. Again, we'll have our reinforcements to help finish them off. Just to double check over here, so Mongol Horde. By gathering enough food, you'll be able to create reinforcements. Yes, that we know. Nomad special units that gathers food through fighting and ransacking in order to multiply. Okay, yeah. So I was 99% sure that fighting does help generate food because we've seen it happen in the past, but I just wasn't 100% sure as I dive into, attack these guys. Let's do it. We'll have these reinforcements, so we're not going to die. And again, these guys were, well, I can't show you now, but they were retreating. You can always, I wonder if there is an army that I could show you the status effect on. No. You can always see if an army is retreating. It'll show up over here, I believe, or over here, sorry. Like these guys are exhausted, it would show retreating, and if an army is retreating, i.e. they retreated last turn, or they just retreated this turn, they won't be able to retreat again, and that's why we're able to catch these guys with their pants down. Let's go ahead and fight a manual battle, because I fear that the AI would just put our Mongol hordes up front against the muskets, and they'd be dead. Don't think the Mongol hordes are the one who have to do the killing in order to get the food. That would be a strange rule to randomly introduce. So I think we're fine in doing this. And these guys will be dead before they're able to act. End our deployment. We're the first to move. We're able to fire from up on over here. Oh, actually, you know what? They're better off than I anticipated. I could pepper them with our Mongol hordes a little bit, just to soften them up, right? All right, let's roll out over here. Fire away, because again, we can hit and run, right? We shoot, we scoot, we stay alive. But I do have to remember to actually scoot too. Pull you down to here. We should still have a clear line of fire. Go ahead and do what minimal damage you can. It's our placement actually of these musketeers was unfortunate because we don't have as many lines of fire as I would actually like. Because these guys, again, we can only move or shoot, right? So, actually doesn't work out perfectly. Let's go ahead and fire with these guys, of course. Drop their health as much as possible. This is funny. I didn't expect them to be able to fire back, but here we are. If I were to lose somebody, I think I'd be more willing to lose our halberdiers than our Mongol hordes who are about to be upgraded. So, fire away with the muskets. Good damage there. Let's bring these Mongol hordes. Let's see, how far can you go, actually? You can only get up to there. Okay, fair enough. So bring you up to there, because I don't want them to get shot up. Bring you up to there. Fair enough. And then, yeah, it's unfortunate because they can only move and shoot. I can send these halberds in. Take a fair bit of hurt, actually. They might get wiped. Because, again, the musketeers will be able to fire without taking any damage themselves, right? I wonder if I want to come down to here and maybe get these guys over to here to get the friendly adjacency, like, bonus. But these guys will definitely get wiped if they get shot. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, you know what? Let's fire from over here, and maybe the musketeers will decide to rescue their flag rather than shoot at us, because they can also only move or shoot, right? So let's go ahead and dive in from up over here. Oh, and see what they go for. See what they go for. Can I? I don't think I can finish them off. Nah, so close, but no cigar, as they say. I could try and pull down to here, fire, and then bring the halberds in. All right, what's life without risks, right? Let's try it. Let's try it. We do a fair bit of damage, actually, because they're already heavily damaged. Fire away. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Nice. And these guys finish them off. Oh, it's a risk, isn't it? It is a risk. Let's go for it. Ah, they survive. Damn it. I wish the icon wasn't a dead giveaway. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Now they're going to wipe this unit out. I deserve that. It's fine. I deserve it. I really do. Alright, end the round there. Oh! I'm more upset about that. actually. Much more upset about that than anything else the game could have done. I was so sure they chased after the halberdiers because they're a more modern unit. Damn it! I did the very thing I was accusing the AI of potentially doing, which is throw my units away. It's fine. Whoa, what is this? How do we not gain... We should have gained... Okay. Well, clearly I'm missing something, but I'm fairly certain we should have gained the food to generate a new Mongol horde right then and there. I don't think it waits a turn or anything like that, so that's a little unfortunate. But hopefully this Gothic cavalry stays in this general area and we're able to maybe take advantage of it next turn, I guess? Damn, I'm kicking myself now because of the I can't believe I assumed... You know what they say about assuming, though? You know what they say about assuming. And I very much shouldn't have assumed. I was so sure that they were trying to eliminate those halberdiers. That's a pretty valuable... I mean, again, look, we have plenty of Mongol hordes up over here gathered against Kirtan over here, right? So we have plenty of... what are they called? Dragoons right around the corner. So it's fine. It's fine. It really is. It's just... I can't help but kick myself a little bit. Do I want to ransack something over here? The reason why I say that is because, again, we could get another unit over here. I don't know how much... Again, we can trespass without any concern, right? Oh, but it's actually... No, I don't think we can ransack that, no. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. In that case, hang tight. What else do we have going on over here? Scoot you. These are our settlers. I still can't believe we got beaten to the punch over here. Oh. It's good. It's good. I like it. I like it. Lots going down these last couple of sessions between the Greek betrayal, the Persians declaring war, as we kind of predicted, but it still took me a bit by surprise. The loss of the Mongol horde, the colonization of the Americas. Now, I can at least be proud that we were the first to establish outposts there. So we can celebrate that for sure. For sure. Let's go ahead and upgrade these arquebusiers to musketeers. Or do we wait until we have redcoats and then just do it all at once? I assume musketeers upgrade to redcoats. That would make a sort of logical path in my book, so I assume that's what'll happen. Let's go ahead and end this turn. Oh, you know what, actually, before I do that, there was a suggestion that we just see if we can't get the carbine out in one turn as opposed to two. It would make a big difference. Let's see. By the way, yes, I do pronounce, I believe carbine. So you'll notice my English will fluctuate between Britishisms and Americanisms, which is partly a Canadian thing. Canadian English is a blend of the two. Very often it's a blend of the two. And then beyond that, I did go to... when I was much younger, I did go to a British school, and I've studied in countries where British English is used. So, for example, I will say things like aluminium as opposed to aluminum. Most Canadians, well, all Canadians say aluminum, but I say aluminium. Carbine, dynasty. I have... So you'll notice that it was pointed out in the comments, actually, and only when it was pointed out in the comments did I realize that I say it, quote-unquote, again, quotes, wrong or different, I guess, than maybe was expected based on the rest of my accent. But yes, you will see that from time to time. You will see that from time to time. I just thought I'd mention, because I did say carbine like twice already, and I was like, oh yeah, I should address that, because I do think it's funny. Get a couple more people over here, or I don't think we'll be able to... take this down to one turn. That's too much of a gap. That's too much of a gap. 3 more people over here, perhaps? Nah. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna get this topped up. Okay, fair enough. Let's undo that, because you can see how much of a marginal difference it's actually making. Mohenjo-Daro, let's go ahead and... By the way, I did receive a suggestion to rename Mohenjo-Daro to Delhi, but I feel like it's just a little too far north to be named Delhi. Delhi's more like around over here, right? So I am still open to name suggestions for Mohenjo-Daro to like modernize it, so to speak. And Delhi does work, because we can say like, oh yeah, it came from the Da and the Zhou or something. We can definitely make it work. But if we're gonna call it Delhi or New Delhi, that's a little far up north. So I was just curious how people maybe felt about that. I think having 3 people on industry is more beneficial than having 3 people on science. All right, let's leave it at that. Oh, actually, you know what? London. What's your situation? Because here we get 11 science per pop. That's not enough. It's not going to make enough of a difference. We need significantly more than 11 more, or even 50 more, or 100 more. All right, let's leave it be. It'll be 2 turns. It's not the longest wait. Let us end one of those 2 turns right here and now, and see what comes next. Got ourselves a builder star.
Big Ben will give you a visible and official correct time. Rather important now that all the clocks of an entire empire need to agree on it.
Beautiful. There it is. We had to pull a bunch of cities off of the construction of Big Ben right at the end there when this war was declared, but we did leave, I think, Calcutta and a couple of our, former Persian holdings under, on that project, and it's done. Beautiful. Big Ben completed. I assume soon we'll be able to afford another wonder, or perhaps not. Perhaps there are none to claim. Fair enough. They've all been claimed. What's going on over here? Ooh. An Artifact of War, Part 2. Months have passed since the steel was brought back to the capital with great fanfare. Now the artifact sits in an Empire repository gathering dust, its script still indecipherable. Hearing of its fate, 2 parties have approached your court, both seeking to take control of its future. The first is a young scholar who claims, with proper funding, that she'll be able to crack the code and learn great truths. The second is a curator, who wishes to make the steel the centerpiece of a great exhibition celebrating the Empire's might. What is your desire? Oh no, okay, hang on, damn. Which of these is more appropriate? I mean, it's a little funny, because like a lot of the time, museums have like the study and exhibit go hand in hand at a museum. Museums don't just put things on display without, well, I mean, maybe this is wishful thinking for the era that we're in, but in this day and age, at least, museums don't just put things on display without having like studied them or understood what their context is or whatever it might be. That's what a curator kind of does, really. That's a part of a curator's job, is to not just pick out exhibits, but also to have a reason to pick them out and to study them. But I guess I understand the difference. One is focused on study for the purpose of learning, and the other is focused on maybe study for the purpose of sharing. Right? They are 2 different, I guess, depths of study of an artifact. One is, again, to understand its like what secrets it holds, and the other is to maybe talk about like, oh, we found this in the desert, like, you know what I mean? It's a different kind of focus of the study. So fine, I understand this binary option game. You win this time. Damn it. I feel like it's a coin toss. I'm trying. Okay, I gotta figure this out. Because, like, okay, look. Truth be told, the benefit of extra science is huge, right? It'll give us plus 35 science, though minus 30 money for 10 turns. So it doesn't come freely. It does come at a cost. The thing I'm most intrigued by, though, is the chance of triggering another narrative event. I love these things, right? So I want more of them. Whereas Exhibit gives us patriotic. We're not going to be recruiting units anytime soon. But, God. Are we preserving these things as a symbol of our conquest, or as a symbol of our sort of interest in protecting history? Like, what's the propaganda angle, right? The reason why we're taking care of these artifacts is because where they were left, they were gathering dust, and they were being left to rot and ruin, and so we brought them back to the I guess Victoria Museum at Calcutta. I think there's a Victoria Museum in Calcutta. I think it's a pretty major museum, actually. We brought it back to the Victoria Museum to preserve it, as opposed to talk about our patriotism. Historically, we haven't taken any of the patriotic picks either, so there is that. Oh, geez, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with study. Because I do feel like that's the narrative, right? Oh, it was brought to a place where it could be better appreciated by the intelligentsia and studied, and we could learn the history of humankind and where we came from and blah blah blah. All that kind of stuff. This is tough because that is expensive. I don't know if I can afford minus 30 gold for 10 turns. That's a loss of 300 gold, and we saw how much of a difference gold made with recruiting when that war first kicked off against the Persians. But we'll go with study, I think. This is a tough one. I won't lie to you, I'm partly biased by this chance of triggering another narrative event, but I think I'm not unjustified. It's always hard to make these decisions when role-playing, for real. But we'll go with study. Let's see what this young scholar can unearth.
You have reached the end of an ideology axis. Of all the epithets other empires may use for you, wishy-washy won't be one of them.
Wishy-washy, such a great word. Alright, now a lot of cities have been freed up to do all sorts of things. Calcutta over here. Do we have a train line directly from here, up to here, up to here? Yep. Now, it's been pointed out that they don't need to be in adjacent provinces, but maybe I'm misremembering from my time playing during Open Dev, but I do believe train stations need to be in adjacent provinces to actually make them have their full effect. You obviously don't want them right next to each other because you want them to go as far as possible, but I do believe you need them in adjacent provinces. Do we have... No, we don't. I was going to say, do we have any more provinces to establish train stations and up over here, but we do not. Let's instead go ahead then and focus on maybe the +2 researcher slot, +1 science per researcher, not bad. University, +1 science on research quarters per adjacent research quarter, and +3 science on research quarters as well. Okay, I mean, we could start focusing on research a bit. Stability is looking pretty good, actually, so that's promising. Why don't we go ahead, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and actually get, like, stoneworks done, just blow up our industry a bit more. We should get some food established first, though. I just realized. Get just one turn feast. Instant feast. Amazing. No, I think we should establish another farmer's quarters. I'm sure we've got some juicy spots. Really? Huh. Well, I mean, +21 is huge. +19, +25 over here. +20 and +2 to influence generation because of our adjacency, I think, to the stupa. +22 up there. You know what, I kind of think that... oh, Jesus. +27 up over here. Let's go ahead and get the influence gain as well down over here as we continue to go over our city cap, right? So, +2 sounds like nothing, but I guarantee it would make a world of difference if I didn't go with it, you know? So, sure. Let's go down over there, and I'm sure we'll build plenty more farms in due time. And I'm also sure there are plenty of cities still waiting for orders. Asher, what to do with you? What to do with you? Do I want to build train stations for Asher as well? Because down over here, Hariganga, I believe you are free too. So why don't we establish a train station from Hariganga? Because then it should connect to this one down over here. If we establish a train station here, one up there, and then we should be able to, you know, get right to the Ottoman front, as it were, if and when that war kicks off. I don't know why I say if. We know it's going to kick off. Pop it down up over here. It gives us access to... well, it gives us the high ground. I don't know if it's the best spot for it. It's a pretty safe, nestled hill station, if you will. Another iconic thing of India, though we're well outside of India right now, but modern day, I mean, of course. Let's pop you down over here, sure. Because then from here, go up to there in one movement. Well, actually, you know what? I think logic dictates that I put it down further up, like over here or something. Just so that... this is a short distance to travel down the line, you know, it's not much. So, if I pop it down over here instead, we got the high ground, we're right next to the Jama Masjid, and gives us a bump to industry as well, actually, which is always helpful. And then we were going from one end to quite far the other end, you know? So I think that's the right call. We might finally attach Gina, though it's a little expensive as far as influence is concerned. It's a little pricey. Nineveh, let's go ahead and establish a train station here as well. Get that +10 to industry alongside the movement benefits, right? And we end up on the river as well, so then you can take the... oh, it's the wrong river. I was hoping something closer to the front, but you know, this is close enough. This is close enough, I would say. Yeah, sure. Let's pop you down over here. Good stuff. One turn it'll take. And Asher, back to you. Let's go ahead and establish a train station where? Over here, I suppose. So we've got the train station over here. And then... is that +10 really worth that much? Fine, let's pop you down over there. And we'll get another one like up over here or something. Now, these guys... yeah, we'll need one in this territory. Well, this will be a good test. If we don't put one in that territory, it'll be a good test. What about up over here? Do we want any train stations up over here? You know what? Eventually, when war against the Zulu... Are they still the Zulu, actually? Yeah. When war against the Zulu starts, we'll definitely want train stations up over here. Just to make sure we're able to bring troops up quickly. 2 turns over there. Well, hang on. Are we starving or anything? We are. Glad I checked. Let's get a farm settled down over here first. And maybe I should consider making more money first as well. Though you don't want to wait until last minute, right? The Zulu right now... Oh, no.
What do I owe the pleasure?
Okay, I did not realize that they were at 100% war support. So they could, at a moment's notice, declare war on us. They could, which would, of course, not be ideal. All right, fair enough. Good to know. Glad I checked. Glad I checked. Now, yeah, see, we didn't get any food over here or anything. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and move... surely, 1 regiment of musketeers will eliminate the Gothic cavalry. But, just to play it safe, we're going to move these guys... down to here. I'm going to move these guys down to here as well, get them all merged. We'll spend some money to heal these guys up, because I do think we're at a bit of a risk over here, in case some surprise pops up, right? We'll heal these guys up, especially these guys. 484 is not all that much. Heal you as well. The rest, I think, are fine. And these guys will come through and actually engage the Gothic cavalry, and you can see over here, there's the retreating symbol that lets you know they're moving a bit more slowly, and also... should we hit them, they will not be able to retreat again, which is exactly what we're about to take advantage of. Finish them off, and again, hopefully get that 10 food. I just need 10 food. Work with me, game. Work with me. We got our halberds here. Should have probably healed these guys up as well, but I was thinking of keeping them back. Keep these guns there. Well, let's pull you back so we can shoot first, and then come through with melee afterwards, right? That would make much more sense than what we were doing previously. Fire, clean lines of fire, yes. Should be able to stay up there, actually, get that high ground advantage against these guys. These guys down over there, let's get you up over here, that high ground advantage against them from here as well. You know what, I should probably actually do that. I think these 3 will be able to fire from up over there down onto the Gothic cavalry. I don't think they'll need to all fire. In fact, I think it'll be done with a first round of shooting, but... better safe than sorry, I suppose. Cool. End our deployment. Of course, they're all the way back over here. Now, I mean, I can only prepare for the information that the game is giving me, of course. But hey, this works out perfectly as well. Let's wipe them out. All of them. I love it. Yeah, nothing. I don't know. Are they... I don't know. Is it because of the era we're in or something? That would be unfair. These guys do have 1 more slot available. Let's pull back at the very least. Let's pull back, just get these guys together in case something pops out and hits us over here. But Nisa, I think, is going to be our next target. We do have these guys getting bold once more. Again, they can cross with this harbor, right? So they might make a move over here. And I want to make sure I'm ready for that, I would say, inevitability. We have an army looking to complete its movement. I would assume it's... these guys, maybe. No, actually, they don't have any orders. Take to the water up over here. I wish we were moving a bit faster. Can I pull you down and merge them in the water, and then send them up a bit faster? I would like to claim that for myself. If I were to claim a territory over here, this would be wisest to claim. 3 turns it would take. If I were to found a city, it would be instant. Oh, hang on. I don't remember seeing this earlier. Maybe I was blind, but we do have some lead over here. Cool. My movements led me right to it. Let's go ahead and pull back then. Of course, there's a river over here. We'll pop back up over here, establish our city. There's an option down here as well, 29 and 6. I think we'll establish our city up over here and get an outpost over here and then attach them. This is going to be an interesting race for North America. This is going to be an interesting race for sure. I'm not sure whose movement this is. Somebody out there. Oh, these guys. Of course it was these guys. Had to be these guys. Yeah, we'll make landfall over here, burn it down. Wouldn't have been a bad idea to actually upgrade these guys before I did that, because higher combat strength means faster ransacking, but hey, it is what it is. Back over here. Go ahead and hang tight there. London, what to do with you? Another market quarter, perhaps? Research quarters, maybe? Oh, plus 19. Yeah, that's no small number. If we are truly, you know, embracing this scientific leaning, studying this steel and all that, then maybe I should build some research quarters. The brightest minds across the empire involved. Plop you down over there. Good stuff. And that is this turn done. Gonna keep an eye on the Arabian Peninsula because I feel like that's where things are most likely to explode, you know? And the turn there. There's our train station done here as well. Carbine's been researched. Excellent. These guys are making their move. Are you actually gonna start the fight? Didn't think so. Didn't think so. There you go. Upgrades are available. 2,500 apiece. Yeah, we can afford both of these guys. Just unfortunate, isn't it? I'm not sure what prevented us getting that extra Mongol horde. I mean, it's also unfortunate that we lost one. If I'd just been a bit more patient, we would have been fine. But hey, it is what it is. We're fine. We're fine. It's not, as I like to say, the end of the world. But let's upgrade these guys to dragoons. These guys are able to move and shoot. Of course, they are gunners, and they are their combat strength should actually rack up to 51, if I'm not mistaken. Like these guys. Oh, is it really that low? Either way, it is what it is. It'll come in handy. So the dragoons, yeah, let's do it. Beautiful. Oh, it's tempting, isn't it, to keep a Mongol horde over here? It is tempting to, like, go out and ransack or something. But no, it'd be silly. It'd be foolish. It'd be foolish. They wouldn't be efficient. They'd easily get wiped out, and they would have missed an opportunity to freely recruit a unit of dragoons. So, you know what? Let's do it. That era is behind us. The future is now. Kind of hard to do. Oh yeah, there you go, 51. Because we've got all of our like tenets and stuff like that that boost these guys up. Now these guys will be able to retreat after we attack them, but that will help our war score, right? War support, rather, I should say. So that's all well and good. Do we hit them with these guys, or do we hit them with these guys? Either way, we have a huge advantage. They're definitely going to retreat. I would like to come up this way so we actually have access to our own forts and our high ground and all that. I think that would be a better call. They'd have access to some high ground, but it's not the end of the world. And this retreat will push them further up north. I don't know if that's the direction I want them to go or not, you know? I could come in from this side, gives us access to some high ground, gives us access to our fortress. Again, they'll fall back, but this way, they'll more likely fall back towards Nisa, right? Which I would prefer, I think. So, yeah, let's go for it. Come from this side. Go on. That's what I thought. Looks like we're still able to chase them down. All the way up to Nisa, eh? Now, this could be risky. This could be risky. But I think it'd be well worth it. If we go up with these guys, now we can only get so close. We can move up to here, though, and that'll bring them into this battlefield. Yeah. So let's go ahead and actually, let's pull them up to here. They'll be in the train station then. Right, let's do that. Let's merge you in as well, rather than keep you separate. Plus 785 becomes plus 802. As you can see, it's not a small number. And let's push in. Yeah, let's do it. Why wait? Now, it's a little unfortunate these guys are so far back. But, because again, move and shoot, right? Or move or shoot, I should say. But we should be able to make it work. Manual battle. Yes, indeed. Right, we have this massive deployment area. What am I saying? Alright. They still have a couple of their knights. Pull these halberds back. Let's see. Now again, they might... Quite a few of them might actually deploy. As many of them as possible might deploy back there. And one might deploy down over there, though they'll have to come all the way around to attack us if they decide to do that. And the flag is right there, so I'm not sure if they'll do that. They might. They might. Keep you back there. Our dragoons. Able to move in. You'll be able to move in. You'll be able to move in. You're able to fire from... Why don't we put you up there, put you over here. They'll be able to fire straight. These guys will be able to fire straight over here. Cause a bit of hurt. I wonder if these halberds... No, I think they're fine where they are. I wonder if we get these guns up over... Damn, it's so clogged up. Up over here, maybe? Send the halberds up there. So these guys can shoot. These guys can... shoot as well. Potentially. Again, these guys are going to redeploy, obviously, but I'm trying to give us the most open lines of fire to kick things off, and then we can start, moving around and adjusting to whatever the enemy decides to do. But this should give us access to quite a few targets, I should say. End our deployment there. Let's go. Alright, good stuff. This is actually pretty good. The high ground over there is working in their favor, of course. We can send these guys in, soften them up with these musketeers, and send the halberdiers in to finish them off. These guys should, almost able to finish them off. But we can send these halberds in to finish them off, I guess. These muskets are able to fire over here, cause a bit of damage, but again, the fortifications and building cover are helping so much. So much, it's ridiculous. These guys are able to fire there as well. But again, we just need to get that flag, right? Let's not forget. Okay, let's go ahead and soften you up over here. Just looking at this high ground over here. If I hit you with these guys, and then I fire with these guys, well, these two can hit these guys over here instead. You can hit over here. All right, fine, fair enough. Let's go ahead and shoot over here. Beautiful. Go ahead and murder them. Nice and easy. Come on now. There we go. The dragoons. What is your range, actually? Range of 4. Okay, decent range. So I can pull them up over here and fire down there. Probably a good call. Get that high ground. Fire down. Again, it's not the biggest... it's not the biggest bit of damage, but it's something. Fire away. I love this, by the way. I greatly appreciate the suggestion that made me realize that the Dragoon upgrade makes perfect sense for our history. It absolutely does. Going from the Mongol Horde to the Dragoon is the most brilliant transition. And again, I want to make clear, it wasn't my idea. I was actually against the Dragoon, and it was brought up in the comments, which is what made me realize, hang on a second, the Dragoon makes perfect sense. So again, thank you for the excellent suggestion. As I say, folks, I do read all of the comments. I do take them all into consideration. So if you have any thoughts, opinions, feelings, whatever it might be, leave them down below. And if you're enjoying the series, as always, don't hesitate to hit that like button, leave that comment. It does let me know that y'all are interested, and I should keep it going, basically. Fire away, fire away. Yeah, I believe fire away. No, let's go for it. And you guys as well, fire away. There you are. And then we can send the halberds in to finish these guys off. And the next turn they'll be able to kind of move out of the way so that these guys can fire again. Or they want to come in from up over here perhaps and just steer clear, basically. Those muskets, though, they'll ruin these halberdiers. They'll absolutely ruin them. Alright, let's come in from down over here. We'll get that friendly unit advantage when we get attacked as well. So it'll help us a little bit with our survivability. Other options, of course, to use the Dragoons instead and not take the losses. But I would rather use the Dragoons to soften these guys up, I think. I could use these guys here instead. Nah, we'd get murdered. Alright, let's push in. Go for it. Come on now. Bring them down. Excellent. The Dragoons back over here to fire. Can I get... I can get up here, but I don't know if I'll be able to move back afterwards. Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen, right? Go on and fire at these musketeers. Come on now. Beautiful. Yeah, we can't move, unfortunately. That's okay, not the end of the world. We've already attacked, yeah. I was like, why are these guys getting highlighted in red? We have already attacked. We can't attack with these guys again. Do I want to pull them back? I'm kind of happy with where they are right now, truth be told. So let's leave them be. See what the enemy does here. Alright, fair enough. What are you going to do? Nothing. You're staying put. That's weird. That's a strange decision, but I'll allow it. I'm not going to complain about that. Why don't we go ahead and fire from here down onto these musketeers. Soften them up. These Dragoons. Let's move you up to there. Fire down here. You know what? I should actually move these Dragoons next to them as well, so they have the friendly support. What if I pull you over to here? Alright, let's pull you over to here. Should have shot first. We need that direct line of sight. Alright, let's see. Pull you down there. Push you up there. Does the trick well enough. Fire away. Come on now. Come on now. Beauty. These halberds should be able to finish them off. Really? Still no. Alright, fair enough. Bring these guys up over here so they can come in from the side if need be. Let's move them up there. Get these guys... Really? They can't hit anybody? Alright, fair enough. Get you firing up there. Get you firing over here. Beautiful. Oh, these guys have to move, eh? That's unfortunate. Well, let's creep them up to here. They won't be able to shoot this turn, but next turn if need be. And I do wonder... Now let's go for it. We'll take some damage, but we'll finish them off. Beauty. I think that was necessary. We've got this battle. It's ours. It's just a matter of minimizing losses, right? We could send these guys down over here, but you know what? That seems like needlessly complicating our lives. Let's end the round there. Oh, okay. Not the direction I expected that to go, but we're fine. Go ahead and fire. Beauty. Go on and fire. And you know what? These guys made all that effort to walk up over here. We're going to let them have the finishing shots here. Well, it might be the finishing shots. These guys might survive. I don't know. I don't know. Well, it's a risk I'm willing to take. Beauty. There it is. Their hard march wasn't for naught. There's our militarist star. I believe that's the last one of this era, actually. Take a quick look. Yeah, that is all of our militarist stars done. We need a couple of expansionist stars. But we're ready for the next era pretty much already. Pretty much already. Damn. Alright, what's next for Pastumnaga? We have this howitzer coming through. But I wonder if instead, as I was saying earlier, I should focus on the railroad. We've got this station over here, but it's doing nothing if it's just sitting there on its own, right? It's not actually connected. 4 turns to build? Are you... Oh, it's because this guy's up here, right? Well, let's see. If I were to put you down, let's say, up over here, maybe. So it's right next to where recruitment happens. It's easier to get onto the trains and all that. So I feel like this is not a bad spot for our station. Pop you down there. If I... Yeah, I guess it's 4 turns. Yikes. All the more reason to, I guess, focus on it. We could bring some people over from... making money. 3 turns. There you go. Just like that. How about a bit more? Don't want to take too many people for making money either. All right, let's leave it at that. 3 turns is good enough. Next turn we'll have another pop, and then we can maybe drop them into industry as well. Nonetheless, good successes on the Arabian Peninsula, and I think we'll move against Nisa next, or Nisha, I guess, right? Because that S with the accent above it is a sh sound, like with Asher. Again, something I learned from the comments. Didn't know that. All right, let's go ahead and begin research once more, or perhaps I should say continue research. On the line formation. I want to make sure we get the redcoats before we move on to the next era. That would be a shame if we didn't. It's weird to think we're already ready for the contemporary era. I guess it makes sense, right? As we're headed towards the last third of the game. Pollution is a little concerning. We are among the least offenders. The Persians, I mean, they barely, of course they're not producing pollution, they barely matter. But I'm a little concerned about pollution, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be real with you, I'm a little concerned about pollution. Go ahead and make landfall over here. And we'll take this for ourselves, thank you very much. 250 is not that expensive, it'll take 6 turns though. It will take 6 turns. Alright, back up over here. We are going to establish a city, or a colony, I should say, up over here, 23 and 13. These guys don't seem like they're expanding too aggressively or anything, so that's promising. Pop you down over here, get the lead over there, right? Get the science bump from that. Sure. Trying to figure out what we change this name to. Pop you down over here, let's go. Beautiful. Beautiful. What a sight. Honestly, what a sight. Just seeing it all get built up like that. So for some time, we'll have relatively easy access to building this stuff quickly. Let's go ahead and get this down right away, of course. No reason not to rush that out. Almost tempted to pay for it, but that would be foolish. It's 1 turn. It's 1 turn. We have access to a fair bit of money, maybe? Yeah, there's some cash to be made here. Some food to be produced here. What do we want you to be? What do we want you to be? I mean, a proper money-generating colony is not a bad idea. We could get a harbor established, right? Oh, yeah, actually. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, this would be... This would be nice, I think. Get a couple of harbors established. Or do we want the... I say a couple, I mean only one, of course. What about the hamlet? What does that do for us? 24 and 27. That is massive. Yeah, let's get that queued up for next, I think. Get the hamlet set up over here, and that'll allow us to sort of exploit further as well. Though I should also consider 4 turns for settlers, eh? Yeah, it's a little too long. I was just wondering if I want to send people out to pick out some outposts. But once the other settlers arrive, if I can find them, where'd they go? Hey, hang on a second, where are my other settlers? Oh, there they are. Wow, we've actually come pretty far down south, eh? We could turn them back up north, box in the Haudenosaunee. But either way, I figured like once these guys arrive, they'll be able to claim some territories themselves. All right, back up over here, hang tight. Get Nineveh working on what? Got a train station over there. Do we want another one established? Let's see, we've got one over here. Getting another one up over here would make sense. Is this one giant territory? I guess this is, eh? Yeah, I guess it is. Because I figure I want to get soldiers up over here as quickly as possible to deal with Garama, right? So why don't we establish this train station up over here? That seems like a good spot. Are those train tracks? No, it's a road, I think. So let's train... there's this port over here as well. That's a different territory, though. Hang on a second. That's this territory over here. So let's establish this one up over here, I guess. Yeah. Let's pop you down over there. 2 turns it'll take. It'll be able to take people from there up to there pretty quickly. And then we'll establish one for Alfeca. Maybe all the way up over here, actually, just so people can be trained right up to the front, basically. They can be stationed elsewhere, but brought to the front pretty quickly. Huh? Let's get the coal mine established. Where is our coal? Down over here. Let's get that done. Been waiting too long to establish that. That'll come in handy down the line. And then we'll see what else comes next, while the Artifact of War brings us more story. The steel has revealed its secrets. After careful, diligent study, the young scholar made a breakthrough when another fragment of the same script was discovered in a scroll containing a known ancient language. Astonishingly, as well as casting light on the culture, the script reveals a hitherto unknown mathematical theorem with applications in logistics and engineering. That's very cool. All right. These ancients may be gone, but their knowledge will live on. Overproductive on 8 of our cities for 10 turns. That's not bad, actually. That's great. Not the biggest deal, but it's nice. It's nice. All right, end our turn there. And I think we'll make a move towards Nisha this turn. There's no reason not to. It's a weak enough target. La Venta might be next. I do see there's a natural wonder over here for us to take. And Gothascanza, I mean, do we want to bother? Is basically my question. Potentially get more friction with the Zulu.
I think we can safely say that the Library of Alexandria has been avenged.
Can it truly be avenged? Can it? I don't know if it can. Oh, the Eiffel Tower is there for claiming. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Let's get the Eiffel Tower. +1 industry per population on all cities. That is huge. And of course, the fame bump is nice as well. So let's go ahead and claim this one. Wow, 3,400 influence. Now, being so far over our city cap is, of course, costing us a tremendous amount of influence over here. 370 per turn. Slowing us down quite a bit. But, come on. It's the Eiffel Tower. How can we say no? How can we say no? Let's take it. Claim it. Territories aren't going anywhere. We can always claim them. We can always conquer them. Wonders, they get claimed by others, and then, well, yeah, sure, we can conquer them after the fact, but that's more effort than simply taking a territory, right? On which note, let's go ahead and spend that 250 money and 6 turns to take this for ourselves. Do I want to ransack it instead? 3 turns, more money. But then we'll have to like rebuild it, spend all the influence for it. That's the difference. We don't have the influence, so let's go ahead and use under 1 banner. Let's take it. Beauty. Now again, we have to be here uninterrupted for 6 turns. Uninterrupted. So let's make sure no battles kick off or anything, right? We can't declare our war until after that under 1 banner action is done. What else do we have over here? Let's get you moving over. You guys are ready for battle. These guys are hanging tight over here. I guess it's just these guys. We have a couple of idle cities, though. The Eiffel Tower, perhaps? Oh, Manchester, what to do with you? What to do with you? Let's go ahead and establish... Let's go ahead and establish... +5s, +5s. What about science? Well, we have our Hamlet done as well. I do love how the Hamlet looks. It is quite nice. +20. That seems like a good idea. +23 up over here. Alright, sure. Let's go ahead and get the +23. Just help accelerate the rate of everything else that's going to be built, basically. Establish this one up over here as well. Kind of makes... it's kind of fitting for a city named Manchester to have such an industrial focus, I suppose. If I've got my history correct, and if I've got it wrong, feel free to correct me. But when I think about Manchester, I think about like the mills and stuff, especially of this era, right? Alright, it's time for... Oh no, we have a couple more cities. Let's just assign Asher something to do. How about we go ahead and build a couple more train stations. I guess you don't have room for any. Fair enough. So we could get the Eiffel Tower going. Calcutta. Where... Oh, down over here. We don't need fast response down south over there. And I don't think a train station can actually move people from... That's a very long bridge to build. Let's put it that way. So we might get the Eiffel Tower going, actually. Calcutta having its massive sort of industrial capabilities will be the right people to lead this project. It doesn't matter where we put them. +1 industry per population on all cities. So it doesn't really matter where we establish it. The Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower. What to do? Where to put you? It's like I want it to be somewhere... You know what? Why don't we make a statement in Australia? A testament to our presence over here. Sure, I like it. I like it. Are we sacrificing something valuable though? That's the question. 11 food, 12 science, 13 gold. That's what we're sacrificing over here. So why don't we establish the Eiffel Tower like back over here maybe? It's kind of funny, but I like it. I like it. It's a symbol of our arrival on a new continent, right? And let's get Calcutta working on it as well. Shave the time down to 11 turns. It'll take no time to make. Asher, do you have any train stations? You do not, right? So let's get you working on the Eiffel Tower as well. 10 turns. Harigunga, we want you to build another train station though, right? Because from over here, people are able to get up to here. And then what? And then they need to move up to... Tempting to put it up over here, isn't it? Because we have a train station here in this area already. So why don't we pop one down up over here right next to this garrison. Again, right next to where units get recruited. Tucked away safely in these mountains, I suppose, is not a bad idea. Pop you down there. It'll take 2 turns. And this should give us access to from here up to here, then up to here. From there, we'd be able to go up to there, I believe. And then, as long as I've got this right, which I'm pretty sure I do, then they should be able to get up to here. Yeah. Going from station to station takes 1 movement point each. So it is extremely fast. They completely change how movement works in the late game. It's wild. It is wild. We got a train station down over here. We'll need one in Mohenjo-daro's own region here. I believe this expands up to... Getting kind of hard to like spot where the splits happen. So we got a train station over there. We've got... This is all one... region? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and establish this train station. I guess as far north as possible. I don't see why not. Or, you know what, let's put it down over... I'm wondering if I put it in sort of a spot for a crossing, right? Put it down over here, and then the next one we'll we'll attach Porima potentially, and then establish it somewhere further up north over there. I think that makes sense. All right, with all that done, let's go ahead and dive into this battle over here for Nisha. These guys are a little too far away. I kind of want to heal these guys up before I dive into this. These Dragoons could use some healing too. I could move them up over here to heal. Select the whole stack, please. Let's go. Heal you up. Send these guys in up over here. And attack from up here, I guess. There's some high ground to take advantage of, right? From over here, perhaps? Yeah, there's this high ground over here. I believe this is elevated as well. Maybe. But I think this is the right spot to attack from. Gives us some good positioning to deploy in. We should be able to wipe them out with no trouble here. Yeah, let's go for it. We'll have our reinforcements as well. It would have been nice to actually have a howitzer for this battle, but we don't need it. Side is stronger overall, but only marginally. That's actually a bit of a surprise. They have no reinforcements. It's just a bunch of draftees with their rather terrifying weapons there. If they have the gall to like charge us holding just those, then, you know, kudos to them, but I don't think they'll make it. Begin our assault. A manual battle, of course. Got our halberds down over here. Let's get our guns properly positioned now. Put you back up over there. Let's get you up over here. These dragoons, let's get you up over here. Like, I almost wonder if I want the halberdiers to charge in very early on, you know? I almost would prefer the halberdiers to be there, the dragoons to be back here. Or up here. Well, these guys are all melee, so either way we'll be shooting at them when they charge us, if they charge us, which I think they will do. Should be able to fire pretty freely. I don't think they have reinforcements coming. They might add some if this goes over one turn, right? Why don't we put you guys up over here instead? The dragoons can then charge in, fire away, and then leave so that the lines of fire are clear again. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Let's go ahead and end deployment. Of course, they pulled back from over here. No surprise there, but I wanted to make sure I was ready for whatever might come. Alright, so they're all deployed within their walls, of course. No surprise there. Should be able to wipe them out pretty easily, though. Pretty easily. Let's see if I fire with you over here, with you up over there. The dragoons can come through and clean these guys up, I think. How much damage do you do, actually? I mean, yeah, I know you're out of range, but show me if I were to come close, damn it. Okay, let's go ahead and fire with these guys first up top over here. Down you go. These guys are able to fire up there as well. Almost wipe them out. Almost. Fire away. These guys can shoot down over here. Yep. Beauty. Oh my god, beautiful. From up top over here, I'm tempted to fire down here and send the halberds in, actually. You know what, let's go for it. Look at that. Just, it's so impressive. It's so cool to, like, think about. I love this stuff. I don't think the halberds can actually, like... I don't think I need to take that much damage. Why don't we just let them move out towards us, right? So let's send the halberds in, hang tight over there. We'll go into defensive stance and just protect ourselves. The dragoons, though, why don't we go ahead and move you guys... Well, you can move up to there, perhaps, and fire from there. Sure, let's get these guys pulling up to there. And they'll fire on these draftees. I just wanted to make sure if they're not able to move again, that they're still out of everyone's, you know, line of sight. It looks like we're fine. So let's pull you back to here. Send these guys up over here to continue the onslaught. It's like, yeah, it's like bringing those Mongol horde tactics to a modern era, you know? I love it. Fire down here, get rid of these draftees as well. Yep. And we could actually send our halberds in. No. Not just quite yet. Not just quite yet. Why risk their lives? Why risk their lives, I think, right? We could hang tight, stay back. I guess we could move up there and tempt these guys out. Sure, let's move you up. They'll hold there. Let's move these dragoons. up here so we get that friendly adjacency bonus. Alright, cool. And around there. There we go, not surprised. Will these guys try and make a move as well? There we go, good shooting. Beautiful shooting. Oh, really? You're gonna come out over here. Fair enough. Come on, drop him. Beautiful. Nice try. Oh my god, what a massacre. Oh my god. That was wild. That was wild. I love the gunpowder era in this game. It's just like so brutal. It is so brutal. Let's see. These dragoons can fire over here, eliminate these draftees. Can these muskets reach up there? They can indeed. Let's go ahead and fire down over here, eliminate these draftees as well. Beauty. These guys, let's see if we can get that second veterancy. We're actually getting quite a bit of veterancy, which is nice. It's nice. Fire away. Beautiful. Victory's ours. It is indeed. Nisha is occupied. Amazing.
Wondering if you're a partner or an impediment.
I'm your end, is what I am. Beautiful. Nisha has fallen. Do we turn our attention now to La Venta? So where is Pastamnagar's next train station? Where did I say to build it? Up over here, right? That was maybe a mistake. Maybe I should have established it down at Pincoya. We'll do the next one down over here, because then we'll be able to reach from Salamar, or just south of Salamar, all the way to the corner over here, and actually cross over through this harbor if and when needed, right? And hit La Venta. So we could just march through Nisha, come down this way and hit La Venta from up north. Go towards Sirmium, maybe? I mean, I'm really pleased with how that battle went. Really pleased with that battle, really pleased with our expansionist efforts over here. Yeah, it's all coming together pretty nicely. What do you guys have to say?
You come to me with a proposition.
I have no proposition for you. And what do the Greeks have to say?
You will pay or suffer.
Listen.
Spit blood at this stupidity.
Oh, hello. They want Nisha back. If they hadn't betrayed me, you know, I might actually consider it. Because it's not, what is, oh, then they'll definitely never get this back from me. Back is a strong word. They'll never get this from me. But I would have been okay with giving them Nisha if they had stayed friends with me, but they chose to stab me in the back. And unfortunately, I can't look softly upon them. But folks, this is where we're calling it a session today. I hope you enjoyed this one. I certainly did. I think we saw some good progress in establishing our infrastructure for when the war with the Ottomans kicks off. I'm thinking next time. I think next time we'll probably be able to kick it off and reach it pretty quickly as well. We're 6 turns away from getting this. Once we get this, we'll kick that war off, I'm thinking. And by the time we get this, I think our situation in the Arabian Peninsula and now north, or perhaps Saharan Africa, I shouldn't call it Arabia anymore. We're done the situation in Arabia. We're going to move into Africa and see what kind of damage we can cause and how quickly we can get these Persians to give up on their war. We're pretty close. I want to make sure I make some decent moves is the thing. That's why the next conquest makes a big difference. I do need to consider as well, though, the fact that I cannot take on more cities right now without increasing our city cap. We're working on the line formation right now. Giving us an extra unit slot, which is nice, but not what I was looking for. I was looking for a larger city cap. A larger city cap. I know there was one somewhere back here that I've left behind, but maybe I'm mistaken. Either way, I need to start seriously considering our maybe merging more cities. Urban planning will help us. There we go. Urban planning will help us. So line formation is not connected to urban planning at all. Come on. You think knowing how to draw a line would help with urban planning, but I suppose not. Oh, geez, we'd have to go back to, like, scientific method or nationhood. Scientific method would be faster. It would also give us a couple of other benefits. The symposium especially wouldn't be bad to have. And then electricity, which is a source of fame. Also not a bad idea. And then we get to urban planning for that city cap. Yikes, that is a long way away. That is a long way away. And I want to get to aeronautics and stuff. this is where things get so difficult, because there's so many things that are so cool that you want to dabble in, and we haven't focused on science all that much, so we're spread a little thinly. Just a bit. Folks, like I was saying though, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know down below by leaving a like and a comment. As always, it makes a massive difference in just letting me know what y'all like to see on the channel, what I should do more or less of. Again, y'all know the drill by now, I'm sure. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.